Good evening, all of you. I hope everyone is doing good. Today, we are going to revise one topic that is agriculture. I took this topic from economy, GS3 of UPSC syllabus, and this topic we can revise we can use this topic in different exams as well, in state PCS and other exams as well. So, if you can just focus and there is no need to open books and all, just listen carefully whatever I'm saying. This is a type of revision we just hear and try to recall all the things whatever you read. So this is the first day of our economy revision. So I'm just starting from agriculture. This is a very important topic for prelims perspective and mains perspective as well. Let's try and understand. Introduction of agriculture. Agriculture occupies a key position in all economies, irrespective of level of development. It supplies food grains, commercial crops, plantation crops, horticulture crops, milk and dairy products, and poultry products and fisheries. Significance of agriculture to Indian economy. First, share in GDP 1901 to 1925, two-third of GDP, and 1947, one-third of GDP, and 2019 to 20, the share of agriculture in GDP is 17.8%, and in 2021 is 19.9% of GDP, comparing to 2019-20 to 2021. We can see here increase of share of GDP and share in workforce. PLFS report stated that 2018-19 42.5% of total workforce, and 2019 to 20, that is 45.6%, and share in exports is also there. Like, India is a net exporter of agriculture. Share of India's agri exports in world agricultural trade is 2.27% in 2017, and agri imports share is 1.90% in 2017, and share of agricultural and processed food products in total exports from India is 11%. And India's agri export commodities are marine products, basmati rice, buffalo meat, spices, non basmati rice, cotton, and sugar, castor oil, and tea, etc. Note, India is the world's largest producer of milk, pulses, and jute, and ranks as the second largest producer of rice, wheat, sugarcane, groundnut, vegetables, fruits, and cotton. Agricultural development in India. Before Green Revolution, at independence, 75% of India's population was dependent on agriculture. So that's a huge number, and productivity is low. And why it is low? So first one is use of outdated technologies and absence of required infrastructure, and India imported food grains under PL 480 scheme. And a Green Revolution helped India achieve food self sufficiency and tripled food grain production in about 3 decades, like 1968 to 2000. Green Revolution refers to the large increase in production of food grains resulting from use of high yielding varieties. By using high yielding varieties, also known as HYV seeds, especially for wheat and rice. Green Revolution is based on improved seeds of high yielding varieties and adequate and assured supply of irrigation and application of chemical fertilizers for increasing agricultural production. And Professor Norman Borlaug helped India in bringing in, and Green Revolution was awarded Nobel Prize in Green Revolution, and MS Swaminathan, father of Green Revolution in India. So try to focus on it and don't confuse Norman Borlaug and MS Swaminathan. And phases of Green Revolution, they are multiple phases is there, and first phase is 1966 to 1972, restricted to more affluent states, like availability of irrigation. Restricted to more affluent states like Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu benefited, like they are wheat growing areas. And in second phase, we can see again in 1973 to 1980, expanded from wheat to rice and favored by growth of tube wells, expanded to new areas, and production and yield of food grains showed remarkable growth with decline in rural poverty. And in third phase, it's from 1981 to 1990, India consolidated its status as a food self-sufficient country. HIV technology spread eastward to states like Bihar and West Bengal in third phase. So, impact of Green Revolution: big farmers benefited largely and small farmers benefited marginally. And ecological impact of Green Revolution: depletion of forests, reduction in pasture, salinization, water logging, depletion of underground water table, soil erosion, change in soil chemistry, and reduction in biodiversity, decline in soil fertility, silting of rivers, increase in weeds, emergence of numerous new plant diseases. And second green revolution, that is also known as a evergreen revolution, that is a second green revolution, to over the negative ecological impacts of first green revolution and sustain high levels of food production, there is a need for second green revolution. Like evergreen revolution refers to productivity improvement in perpetuity and without ecological and social harm. Even like evergreen revolution refers to productivity improvement without ecological and social harm. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan coined the term evergreen revolution to highlight the pathway of increasing production and productivity in a manner such that short and long term goals of food production are not mutually antagonistic, and evergreen revolution should be sustainable agriculture. And that is all about green revolution. And coming to cropping pattern, which is also most important concept in agriculture. So cropping pattern means the portion of area under different crops at a point of time, change in their distribution over a period of time, and factors determining this change in distribution. It indicates a temporal and spatial arrangement of crops in a particular area. Temporal arrangement includes yearly sequence of growing different crops, and spatial arrangement indicates arrangement of crops on a piece of land in various patterns. So let's try and understand significance of cropping patterns. Helps in enhancing soil fertility, encourage diverse biodiversity, controls pest and insect growth, uses resources more efficiently, effectively, and reduce risk for crop failure, and improved food and financial security. So types of cropping pattern is monocropping, only one crop on a piece of land year after year, that is about monocropping. And multiple cropping, two or more crops in the same field within a given year. So this is the definition of multiple cropping. In multiple cropping, within multiple cropping, different cropping types is there. Mixed cropping, first one is mixed cropping, and two or more crops at once. That is the meaning of mixed cropping. And coming to intercropping, row intercrop, again two is there under intercropping, row intercrop and strip intercrop. And coming to another one is sequence cropping, one crop after harvesting another, so that is a sequence cropping. And relay cropping, seeds planted before harvesting earlier crop, that is relay cropping, and rat-on cropping, example like sugarcane. Cropping system in India. Cropping system of a region is the cumulative result of long-term agricultural practices, social customs, traditions, physical conditions, government policies, monetary considerations, and historical factors. All these definitely affects cropping system in India, and almost every kind of crop are grown in India, as India has a wide variety of soils, and horticulture crop production has overtaken the total food grain production in India. Plantation crops are confined to limited parts of country because they require huge capital and large tracts of land. Within the broad group of food crops, cereals like wheat and rice dominant, and there is decline in coarse cereals like jowar, bajra, and millets, etc. And factors that determine cropping pattern in India. Some of the factors is there that are going to determine cropping pattern in India, like soil and climate parameters and resources and technology, infrastructure facilities is also there, and socio-economic conditions like pricing structure and institutions, and choice of crop by a farmer may depend on largely on size of land holding. There is a small size or large size, and literacy levels of farmers, disease and pest, and ecological suitability, and moisture availability, and financial stability, and division of crops based on end use and based on season. Coming to based on end use, food crops is there, and cash crops, horticulture, plantation crops. Based on season, three types is there: kharif season, rabi season, and zais season. And irrigation. Coming to irrigation, uh, irrigation is the controlled application of water through man-made systems to meet the water requirements of agriculture. Irrigation is key to enhance agricultural productivity and to expand the agricultural sector. Necessity of irrigation in India: uncertainty of monsoons and water holding capacity of soils. Irrigation is required to increase the productivity of the farmers and reduce instability in production. And characteristics of efficient irrigation method: uniform distribution of water, minimum transport, and minimum loss of soil, and storage of maximum water. Crop growth is not adversely affected, and economically sound and adaptable. So this, that is. And prevalent irrigation systems in India, there are three systems is there which are more prevalent in India. They are canal irrigation, tank irrigation, and well irrigation. Canal irrigation, it is one of the popular irrigation systems in India. This system can be easily extended to those areas which are drained by perennial rivers. So it is administered and controlled by river valley projects, and it serves two purposes. One is provides irrigation facilities and controls floods as well. So what are the advantages of this type of irrigation? They provide water to the crops as and when they need, and canals carry a lot of sediment brought down by rivers helpful for fertility of soil. And some of the canals are parts of multi-purpose projects and therefore provide cheap source of irrigation. So what are the disadvantages? Advantages is there and disadvantages is there. Try and understand disadvantages because of canal irrigation. The marshy areas near the canals act as breeding grounds of mosquitoes, which result in widespread malaria, etc. Example: Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan, suitable only in plain areas, and salinization and water logging is also one of the disadvantages of this type of irrigation. And coming to tank irrigation, second one is tank irrigation. Tanks are resources of a specific size depend on the availability of water. If availability of water is more, then tank size is large, and if availability of water is less, and tank size is also lesser. Tanks are resources of a specific size depend on the availability of water, mostly found in Deccan Plateau and southern regions of India. Tamil Nadu is at the top in terms of tank irrigation. So advantages because of tank irrigation is most of the tanks are natural and their cost of construction is also low. So they are generally constructed on rocky bed and have longer lifespan. In many tanks, fishing is also carried on, thus supplementing the income of the farmer. These are the advantages related to tank irrigation. Coming to disadvantages, tanks dry up during the dry season. They fail to provide irrigation when it is needed the most. There are evaporation losses from the tank, and sealing of tank bed is a big problem. Silting of tank is a big problem, and it requires desilting of tanks at regular intervals. So these are the disadvantages due to tank irrigation. And the last one is well irrigation. A well is a hole dug in the ground to obtain subsoil water. It is common in northern plains, deltaic plains of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, parts of Narmada and Tapi valleys. What are the advantages because of well irrigation is there? And simple and cheap source of irrigation, and well is an independent source of irrigation and can be used as and when necessity arrives. There is a limit to the extent of canal irrigation, like beyond the tail end of the canal, while a well can be dug at any convenient place and more reliable during drought. And what are the disadvantages? The well may dry up if excessive water is taken out, and groundwater level fall during drought. Not possible in areas of brackish groundwater and lack of electricity. Diesel can also render too well useless. So um, this is all about we understood on all the things. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. If you need this type of videos on daily basis, I'm going to upload on daily basis, day 1, day 2, day 3 economy related and polity related and society, whatever syllabus present in UPSC. I'm going to take any topic randomly, then I will discuss about it, and just try to concentrate while hearing, and try to analyze the things, and try to remember, recall, like you are going to recall all the things or not. So if you are not that much unable to remembering all the things, then try to focus on it more. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel.